horse in the race. First tonight on Our News, live at 7. Former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis to run for leadership of the F&M party he once led. The official announcement expected tomorrow. This as party chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands also seeking re-election. Everything on the table. The energy minister addresses BPL's $500 million debt, doubling down on promises of efficient and cost-effective energy. Then in our news at 7:30, we head to the nation's second city as Freeport Business Expo draws hundreds, where Grand Bahamians prepare for over $2 billion in investments. Our news live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to Our News live at 7. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Candino Knowles. Well, it's official. Former Free National Movement leader Dr. Hubert Minnis will run for leader of the party he once led. A spokesperson confirming Dr. Minnis will officially nominate tomorrow. All party positions are up for grabs during the F&M's June 1st convention. The F&M's current leadership team, including leader Michael Pintard, deputy leader Shannon Don Cartwright, and chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands, all intend to defend their current positions. Dr. Minnis was F&M leader from 2012 to 2021. After losing the general election that year, he resigned as party leader, paving the way for the current leader who was elected in November of that year. We caught up with Dr. Minnis, who is also the current MP for Killarney, outside the House of Assembly on Monday. At the time, he was tight-lipped on whether he would contest the leadership post, only saying he was talking it over with his family and advisors. Chairman of the F&M, heating up. Dr. Dwayne Sands, he officially nominated at the party headquarters this morning. The Free National Movement is gearing up, as we said earlier, for its one-day convention that's happening on June 1st, when all those positions, those leadership positions, will be up for grabs. The heart surgeon by profession served as chairman since 2022, something he says has been a privilege and an honor. But the rivalry for the seat of chairman will be a competitive one, as former F&M MP Ellsworth Johnson and F&M Vice Chairman Richard Johnson will all be vying for that post. Dr. Sands says he has no plans on losing his position.
I commit myself, yet again, to continuing the work that we've started, but more importantly, to articulate and to present to the Bahamian people a vision for a better Bahamas, a Bahamas that unlocks opportunity and potential for the young and not so young.
Now, Dr. Sands, he had much more to say about the upcoming convention, including the fact that former F&M leader Dr. Hubert Minnis will be running for party leader. Find out his take on that in Our News at 7:30 with Atalia Hall. And 3 people who backed bail for an accused killer who skipped court have been ordered to pay $30,000. The sureties claim they didn't know where Rubens Alusmi was when Justice Gregory Hilton asked if they knew his whereabouts. He's accused of the January 1st, 2020 fatal shooting of Marco Meadows at 3rd Street, Coconut Grove. Alusmi jumped bail while Justice Hilton was hearing legal arguments to determine whether his alleged confession would be admitted into evidence. Justice Hilton has dismissed the jury in the case and issued a warrant for his arrest. Well, government, not in the business of putting the Bahamian people in a worse position. That's according to Minister of Energy and Transport, JoBeth Colby Davis, as she addressed Bahamas Power and Light's $500 million debt. Colby Davis, who was the guest at the weekly Office of the Prime Minister press briefing, says everything is on the table as it relates to solutions to right-sizing BPL, modernizing the grid, and ushering in efficient, cost-effective energy.
As we are leading these discussions to find possible solutions, everything is on the table. The reason I advise the Bahamian public that BPL has a $500 million debt is because I am now in a position as the minister with responsibility to find a solution of how we're paying down that debt. So everything is on the table as we are coming to solutions and possible ways in which we can right-size BPL. Right-sizing BPL is also putting them in a position to bring down their debt and make sure that they're able to facilitate continuous and on-time payments to the pension fund.
The Electricity Act was enacted in 2015. A major feature of that act, the management arrangement between BPL and Power Secure. However, that arrangement and the rate reduction bond never materialized. Colby Davis assuring the Bahamian public that the Davis administration is serious about bringing reform to the energy sector, but in a phased approach.
It's a priority for all of us to have a modern energy sector that is affordable, that is resilient, that is sustainable. And in doing that means we have to bring all the players to the table. That energy committee sits, we discuss, we have technical expertise that are working along with us. We're not coming to these solutions off the top of our head overnight. It's a lot of work that is being done, and it's a priority, but it's also very serious business. I am doing all my best to make sure that we get it right this time, to make certain that we right our ship when it comes to making it equitable, making sure it's affordable, making sure it's sustainable, and that we have resilient systems because of the nature of us being in a hurricane belt.
Bahamian priest Reverend Father Kendrick Forbes is the new bishop-elect of the Diocese of Rocha in Dominica. The news was made public at the Vatican today. In a statement, the Archdiocese of Nassau says Pope Francis made the appointment. Francis was born in Nassau in 1975 and was the Vicar General, Judicial Vicar, and Parish Priest of St. Paul the Apostle in Western New Providence. He was ordained as a priest of the Archdiocese of Nassau on June 11, 2002. Now, according to regulation, the bishop-elect has up to 3 months to prepare for his episcopal ordination. All right, we've got much more to get to tonight, but for now, it's time for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is standing by in the Weather Center. Greg?
Yeah, thanks, Gideon, and a happy Thursday evening. Very warm conditions on the outside. We had a very warm day today. Temperatures managed to get up into the low to mid 80s, and we are settling into the upper 70s, 79 degrees with a few clouds. We're still going to call it breezy. It winds out of the east-northeast at 13 miles per hour. Your feels-like temperature hanging out in the upper 70s as well. Temperatures around the islands right now across the Northern Island, 77 in Freeport, 77 in Marsh Harbour, Abaco, as well as in Allenstown, Bimini. Over in Great Harbour Key, 79. Big Yard, Andros, you guys are 79 as well here in the capital. Governor's Harbour, 76. Into the Central Bahamas, temperatures in the upper 70s there as well. 78 in Kemps Bay, Georgetown, Deadman's Key. 79 in Coburn Town, San Salvador, and Arthurstown, Cat Island, you guys are 77. And down south, 78, Duncan Town, Ragged Island, Colonel Hill, Cricket Island, Delectable Bay, my favorite spot there. 76 Abrams Bay, 79 in Providenciales, the Turks and Caicos Islands, and Matthewtown in Agua, the deep south. You guys are 78 at this hour. Satellite radar composite showing quiet conditions across the area. That disturbance that was creating quite a bit of unsettled weather across the central and southeast Bahamas, that's now pulled towards the east and away from us. Most of the activity just north of Hispaniola and near the Puerto Rico area. Still have some activity just off of East Cuba that could be moving across the extreme southern islands. So Inagua and the Turks and Caicos Islands, you guys could see a couple isolated showers. But high pressure will dominate our weather, and we're looking for some very warm temperatures as well as some much improved boating and beaching conditions. That's your first look about us. Stick with us. A look at your extended forecast is still to come.
Thanks, Greg. And still to come on our news, sustainability first. Our Marlena Leonard explores preparation for the upcoming hurricane season just 1 month away. But first, going green. How 3 public schools are now paving the way for a transition to solar power. When Our News returns.
A whole new season of Goombay Kids is coming soon. The kids find themselves on more exciting island adventures, meeting mythical characters, pirates, and mermaids as they explore their beautiful island nation. The Goombay Kids learn all about nutrition, marine life, the environment, cultures from around the world, and more, all with the help of the Goombay Kid experts, who are never more than a Goombay gadget away. Get ready to have a Goombay adventure.
If you thought Season 1 was amazing, then be prepared for Season 2. More amazing artists, more amazing videos, and surprises you won't believe. Will Stax be the first rapper to ever hit #1? Or will Kenya continue her dominant reign? or will someone new come and shut it all down? Stay tuned for season 2 of 242 The Gospel. This is 242 The Gospel, where we celebrate our Bahamian artists. You've been asking for more, and we're here to deliver. Welcome to the second season of 242 The Gospel. Who will be number 1? Let's find out.
So you said you're here for Sully's funeral? How do you know Sully?
He was my rock and my anchor.
Yeah, he was a good man.
He most certainly was not.
Watch what you say about Sully. Who is this child?
Your sisters. I'm asking you to do a few things for me. Once they are done, you will both receive your inheritance. The Paradise Hotel.
When can I sell?
Is this what the hotel is really worth?
Don't take this the wrong way. It isn't really much of a hotel.
And you'll never be the one. I wanna love you till I had enough. Do you want me now or later, 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 later? Listen to me now.
You've seen electric cars on the road, but isn't it time you drive one? Easy Car Sales invites you to experience the smooth, powerful ride and immerse yourself in the luxury and latest tech features. Find out why the Bahamas is going electric. Visit easy242.com and book your test drive now. What are you waiting for? Save money, drive smarter. There's an EV waiting for you at Easy Car Sales.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel.
Is your family ready for the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season? Well, we've got expert projections and tips tonight on sustainability. First, with Marlena Leonard, she tells us forecasts indicate a potentially tumultuous season ahead, with projections ranging from 15 to up to 23 named storms. We'll get to that story in about 5 minutes. But for now, going green. 3 public schools now paving the way for other schools to transition to solar power. The principals of T.G. Glover, Doris Johnson Senior High School, and C.V. Bethel Senior High School all participated in the commissioning ceremony of the rooftop solar photovoltaic generation system at T.G. Glover this morning. Energy and Transport Minister JoBeth Colby Davis urged students to take this learning opportunity a step further.
It is exciting to see that CV Bethel, Doris Johnson, and TG Glover are now solar generating campuses. This significant development is made possible through government's partnership with the Inter-American Development Bank. I encourage all students to read up on solar energy and to understand how your school will now contribute to a more resilient and energy efficient Bahamas. I also want to encourage you to become stewards for promoting energy efficiency in your classrooms and homes.
Beyond the environmental benefits, these solar panels are set to help save up to $5,000 on monthly power bills for the schools. And there will be opportunities for students to get even more involved with renewable energy industry, according to Education Minister Glenys Hannah Martin.
This here today is an input in our curriculum, because this is teaching young people about green energy. It's teaching them about sustainability. It's teaching them about climate change, and it's teaching them about industry, because this is a new and developing industry in our country. And MOU was signed with BTVI, and we now have students going to BTVI who are learning in this sector.
When our news comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as U.S. President Joe Biden says order must prevail. This after police dismantle Gaza protests. Plus, Johnson & Johnson hopes for a deal in a third talc settlement. And 16 people charged by the U.S. in a grandparent scam operated from the Dominican Republic. The story when our news returns.
A whole new season of Goombay Kids is coming soon. The kids find themselves on more exciting island adventures, meeting mythical characters, pirates, and mermaids as they explore their beautiful island nation. The Goombay Kids learn all about nutrition, marine life, the environment, cultures from around the world, and more, all with the help of the Goombay Kid experts, who are never more than a Goombay gadget away. Get ready to have a Goombay adventure.
If you thought season 1 was amazing, then be prepared for season 2. More amazing artists, more amazing videos, and surprises you won't believe. Will Stax be the first rapper to ever hit #1? Or will Kenya continue her dominant reign? Or will someone new come and shut it all down? Stay tuned for season 2 of 242 The Gospel. This is 242 The Gospel, where we celebrate our Bahamian artists. You've been asking for more, and we're here to deliver. Welcome to the second season of 242 The Gospel. Who will be #1? Let's find out.
So you said you're here for Sally's funeral? How do you know Sally?
He was my rock and my anchor.
Yeah, he was a good man.
He most certainly was not.
Watch what you say about Sully. Who is this child?
Your sisters. I'm asking you to do a few things for me. Once they are done, you will both receive your inheritance. The Paradise Hotel.
When can I sell?
Is this what the hotel is really worth?
Don't take this the wrong way. It isn't really much of a hotel.
I wanna love you till I had enough. Do you want me now or later, 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 later? Listen to me now.
You've seen electric cars on the road, but isn't it time you drive one? Easy Car Sales invites you to experience the smooth, powerful ride and immerse yourself in the luxury and latest tech features. Find out why the Bahamas is going electric. Visit easy242.com and book your test drive now. What are you waiting for? Save money, drive smarter. There's an EV waiting for you at Easy Car Sales.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Are you or a loved one
This is our news. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. United States President Joe Biden addressed pro-Palestinian and Israeli protests, affirming students' right to protest but not cause chaos. This as police cleared a pro-Palestinian protest at UCLA after dispersing encampments and detaining protesters put on buses. Demonstrations continue at U.S. universities with over 1,000 arrests made. Biden emphasized upholding free speech and the rule of law, but condemned vandalism and disruptions as not peaceful protest. Johnson & Johnson has unveiled a new settlement plan aiming to resolve the bulk of lawsuits alleging its talc products, such as baby powder, caused cancer. Valued at nearly $6.5 billion over 25 years, the offer targets former customers with ovarian cancer claims, encompassing the majority of the 59,000 lawsuits. With a total allocation of approximately $11 billion for talc litigation, this marks the third settlement attempt by Johnson & Johnson. And 16 individuals have been charged by the United States in connection with a widespread grandparent scam targeting elderly Americans, with 11 from the Dominican Republic and 5 from the United States. Operating from call centers in the DR, the defendants allegedly defrauded seniors by impersonating distressed grandchildren in need of urgent cash for bail or legal fees. Authorities say the scheme resulted in millions of dollars being swindled from victims. If convicted, the defendants could face up to 20 years in prison. The Trade Union Federation of Suriname, known as C47, has issued a warning that their planned 2-day industrial action against increased electricity rates will escalate if government fails to address their concerns. Backed by various unions, including those representing police and education sectors, C47 says it intends to file a lawsuit against the government over the rate hikes. While government says it's aiming to phase out subsidies to align with IMF guidelines, C47 insists on rectifying energy sector issues before implementing such drastic increases. Well, the summer season is quickly approaching, but with that warmer weather, another season is creeping up, the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season. In tonight's edition of Sustainability First, Marlena Leonard, she's going over some of the projections and tips to make sure your family is ready.
Bahamas First, putting sustainability first for our people and our environment. What's first for you and the planet comes first for us.
We're less than a month away from the start of the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season, but is your family ready? Experts are saying this season could be one of the most active on record. Outlooks are ranging anywhere between 15 to up to 23 named storms. Last year, we had 20. The average amount of named storms? 14. Of those projected 23 storms, 3 to 5 of those storms could become major hurricanes, with winds of at least 111 miles an hour. General advice is that it's best not to wait until a storm is upon us to prepare. So what are some things you can do this month? Go over your family's emergency plan or create one if you haven't already. Beat the food store rush and buy your non-perishables early. Check that your shutters are in good condition and replace them if need be. Get an insurance checkup. Check in with your agent on the insurance policy detail of your home and vehicles. And remember, flood insurance is often a separate policy. Just because your property is insured doesn't necessarily mean it's covered for flood damage. Reporting for Our News and reminding you to put sustainability first, I'm Marlena Leonard.
Still to come in Our News, today in history, find out interesting facts about the day that was May 2nd. Then in Our News at 7:30, Dr. Dwayne Sands officially nominates for F&M chairman in a 3-way race. Plus, attempting a healthy balance, the Energy and Transport Minister addresses bus drivers' concerns over a recent fare increase. The story when Our News returns.
A whole new season of Goombay Kids is coming soon. The kids find themselves on more exciting island adventures, meeting mythical characters, pirates, and mermaids as they explore their beautiful island nation. The Goombay kids learn all about nutrition, marine life, the environment, cultures from around the world, and more, all with the help of the Goombay Kid experts, who are never more than a Goombay gadget away. Get ready to have a Goombay adventure.
If you thought season 1 was amazing, then be prepared for season 2. More amazing artists, more amazing videos, and surprises you won't believe. Will Stocks be the first rapper to ever hit #1? Or will Kenya continue her dominant reign? Or will someone new come and shut it all down? Stay tuned for season 2 of 242 The Gospel. This is 242 The Gospel, where we celebrate our Bahamian artists. You've been asking for more, and they're here to deliver. Welcome to the second season of 242 The Gospel. Who will be #1? Let's find out.
So you said you're here for Sally's funeral? How do you know Sally?
He was my rock and my anchor.
Yeah, he was a good man.
He most certainly was not.
Watch what you say about Sully. Who is this child?
Your sisters. I'm asking you to do a few things for me. Once they are done, you will both receive your inheritance. The Paradise Hotel.
When can I sell?
Is this what the hotel is really worth?
Don't take this the wrong way. It isn't really much of a hotel.
And you'll never be the one. I wanna love you till I had enough. Do you want me now or later, 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 later? Listen to it
A whole new season of Goombay Kids is coming soon. The kids find themselves on more exciting island adventures, meeting mythical characters, pirates, and mermaids as they explore their beautiful island nation. The Goombay Kids learn all about nutrition, marine life, the environment, cultures from around the world, and more, all with the help of the Goombay Kid experts, who are never more than a Goombay gadget away. Get ready to have a Goombay adventure.
Welcome back to Our News. It's time now to turn our spotlight on events that shaped the day that was May 2nd. Take a look. On this day in Bahamian history in 1902, Mabel Cordelia Holloway was born in Greenville, South Carolina. The Historical Society notes Mabel Walker moved to the Bahamas after meeting her future husband, Claudius Roland Walker, whom the school's C.R. Walker Senior Secondary School is named after. She taught at the Bahamas Technical Institute and later at Woodcock Primary, where she became headmistress. She became an advocate for teachers in the Bahamas and was the founder of the Bahamas Union of Teachers. Then on this day in 2002, voters across 40 constituencies headed to the polls with a record number of 132 candidates. Hubert Ingram of the Free National Movement, who was Prime Minister at the time, announced his intention to step down from the post after the election. Tommy Turnquest was voted leader-elect the year prior. Perry Christie, who was then leader of the Progressive Liberal Party, led his party to a landslide victory. 5 years later, in 2007, voters headed to the polls on this day, and this time Hubert Ingram, who was earlier elected leader of the FNM once again, replaced Tommy Turnquest and ran against incumbent Perry Christie. The election result was very close, with the FNM winning 23 seats and the PLP 18. Ingram was sworn in as Prime Minister 2 days later, marking his third term in office. Then May 2nd, 2015 saw the second International Amateur Athletic Federation IAAF World Relays take place at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. Then in 2021, the Bahamas recorded a grim milestone as health officials reported the COVID-19 death toll had surpassed 200. The number stood at 209 at the time. Health officials said 6 cases previously under investigation had been confirmed. This as fire officials battled a blaze off Balfour Avenue that destroyed homes and businesses on the same day. All right, to watch that historical recap again and for all of today's top stories, you can visit ournews.bs. That's going to do it for us in News at 7. Joining us now is Italia Hall with the latest headlines. Italia?
Yes, Ken. Well, coming up tonight, Dr. Dwayne Sands officially nominates for F&M chairman in a 3-way race. Plus, the transport minister addresses bus drivers' concerns over a recent fare increase. Here are your latest headlines. First tonight on Our News Live at 7:30, former Free National Movement leader Dr. Hubert Minnis expected to run for party leader. We'll tell you what we know straight ahead. This as Dr. Dwayne Sands throws his hat in the race for party chairman at the F&M headquarters Thursday morning. He also reveals who he supports as party leader. Also, the Energy and Transport Minister addresses bus fare increase concerns by bus drivers. Our Megan Shepherd has the full story coming up. And later, Grand Bahama's business community turning out in large numbers for the Freeport Business Expo spearheaded by the Grand Bahama Port Authority. Our News Live at 7:30 is back in a moment.
You've seen electric cars on the road, but isn't it time you drive one? Easy Car Sales invites you to experience the smooth, powerful ride and immerse yourself in the luxury and latest tech features. Find out why the Bahamas is going electric. Visit easy242.com and book your test drive now. What are you waiting for? Save money, drive smarter. There's an EV waiting for you at Easy Car Sales.
Introducing the Focus Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focus Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focus Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also
Welcome to Our News. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Italia Hall. It's official. Former Free National Movement leader Dr. Hubert Minnis will run for party leader for the party he once led. A spokesperson confirming Minnis will officially nominate tomorrow. All party positions are up for grabs during the F&M's June 1st convention. The F&M's current leadership team, including leader Michael Pintard, deputy leader Shannon Dawn Cartwright, and chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands, all intend to defend their current positions. Dr. Minnis was F&M leader from 2012 to 2021. After losing the general election in 2021, he resigned as party leader, paving the way for the current party leader who was elected in November of that year. Well, the race for chairman of the Free National Movement is heating up. Dr. Dwayne Sands throwing his hat in what's shaping up to be a 3-way race by officially nominating at the party headquarters this morning. He's also making it clear who he's supporting for party leader.
It is a pleasure to submit that form.
As the Free National Movement gears up for its one-day convention on June 1st, when all positions will be up for grabs, party chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands says he has no plans on losing his post.
I commit myself, yet again, to continuing the work that we've started, but more importantly, to articulate and to present to the Bahamian people a vision for a better Bahamas.
The heart surgeon by profession served as chairman since 2022, something he says has been a privilege and honor. But the rivalry for the seat of chairman will be a competitive one, as former F&M MP Ellsworth Johnson and F&M Vice Chairman Richard Johnson will all be vying for that position. But Sands says he's not concerned.
I believe that we should all base our candidacy on our record. My record is clear.
And what if he doesn't win?
But if it is not the will of the delegates of the Free National Movement for me to continue to serve, I could go back tomorrow and continue my job as a cardiothoracic and vascular surgeon. Like that.
At the convention, former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis will be running for party leader against current leader Michael Pintard. Sands making it clear he supports Pintard.
He has my absolute support. I believe that this is his time, and I look forward to being the national chairman who solidifies the associations and the ground game that results in him being sworn in as the next Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
All right, well, the Energy and Transport Minister tackling bus drivers' concerns over a fare increase. Drivers in New Providence and Grand Bahama telling Our News yesterday that they felt the increase was insufficient. Well, tonight, the minister breaks it down. Our Megan Shepard reports.
The last increase for drivers was in 2008, some 16 years ago. On May 1st, a new fare was introduced for bus drivers in the capital and the second city. However, some bus drivers expressed their displeasure as they believe the 25-cent hike was not enough. While breaking down the steps to achieve this figure, Minister of Energy and Transport, JoBeth Colby-Davis, says it's still an achievement.
If you do 10% of $1.25, then you could see what that increase would have been had I done a 10% increase for them. They got 25 cents, and we have to remember that a balance must be kept. The sector of our country that they service, you got to think about those persons as well.
She also addressed concerns about the rising cost of living.
The government understands that, and it's a priority of the government. One, the energy sector getting under control, but also to bring down the cost of living on our people, that everyone will feel the benefit and have a little bit more disposable income.
As it relates to a gazetted bus stop on East Street just opposite the future site of the U.S. Embassy, being utilized for private parking and storage, Colby-Davis says she, along with 3 colleague ministers, are working to address the issue.
We are making headway to try and get some of the area pushed back a little bit more, because that is a gazetted and designated bus stop.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Megan Shepard.
All right, thanks for that, Megan. Well, a Supreme Court judge has set bail at $10,000 for a 15-year-old boy accused of killing his older brother. The teen, whose name has been withheld because he's a minor, appeared before Justice Franklin Williams Casey for a bail application. He's accused of fatally stabbing Topaz Ballou on March 22nd during an argument in Eleuthera. Well, warm weather for the most part of the day, and it appears as if temperatures won't cool down too much anytime soon. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center with you first. A look at weather. Greg.
Yeah, thanks, Natalia, and welcome back, everybody, for a quick check on conditions outside our studios and around the islands. 79 degrees, warm conditions on the outside with a few clouds. Still have a bit of a light breeze. The winds are out of the east-northeast at 13 miles per hour. And it makes it feels like still a very warm 79 degrees on the outside. Satellite radar composite showing high pressure in charge of our weather. The high is building in from the northwest across the southeastern United States. Disturbance that was creating quite a bit of unsettled weather across the central and southeast Bahamas. That's now pulled towards the east and away from us, but some showers and some isolated thunderstorms still lingering across the southern islands. So you guys down in Nagua and the Turks and Caicos Islands, you could see 1 or 2 of those showers late tonight through tomorrow. That's a quick check on conditions around the island. Stick with us. A look at your extended forecast.
Still to come on Our News, hundreds turning out for the Freeport Business Expo at the Grand Lucine Resort in Grand Bahama today. We'll tell you what's planned for that island's economy.
Plus, Island Lock assisting the Royal Bahamas Police Force Northern Division in the fight against crime. And later, Sips for Smiles. The Sugar Factory seeks to raise some $12,000 for a local organization right here in the capital. And that's all coming up when Our News returns. Or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited looks forward to helping our customers eliminate wasted energy. Energy conservation is the decision and practice of using less energy. Energy efficiency means using less energy to perform the same task, unplugging appliances not in use. That's energy conservation. Replacing an old refrigerator, washing machine with a new model, adding insulation to the attic and walls of a home. That's energy efficiency. People conserve to gain more control over their energy bill and to reduce demand on the Earth's natural resources. Take this journey with us as we build for better. BPL.
At the gateway to the Americas, on the picturesque island of Grand Bahama, a pioneering initiative is taking shape. Lucaya Solar Power Limited presents the $15 million Lucaya Solar Power Project, the first of its kind in the Bahamas' energy landscape. The state-of-the-art solar farm on the Fairfield and Devon sites span just over
Hundreds of people turning out for the Freeport Business Expo spearheaded by the Grand Bahama Port Authority. The one-day entrepreneurial event seeks to prepare business owners for the over $2 billion worth of investment projected for that island. Those who attended calling the expo a wonderful opportunity. Let's take a look.
I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to some great things for Grand Bahama. I am very excited to see all the different businesses here, all the opportunities.
The Freeport Business Expo Tourism Edition educates Bahamian entrepreneurs on how to grow their businesses and, in some cases, how to start a business. The island of Grand Bahama is expected to see a major growth spurt over the next 3 years. President of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Ian Roll, says another important reason for hosting the expo is to allow Bahamians to learn about unique opportunities on the expo floor, which will better position them to respond to Carnival's cruise lines' requests for interesting excursion operations for their Carnival Key project in Grand Bahama.
The timing of this event allows persons to strategize and present their business proposals by June 1st, 2024.
Minister for Grand Bahama Ginger Moxie also took part in the opening ceremony at the Grand Lucayan Resort. She assured participants that Grand Bahama is on the move.
Investor confidence continues to grow. Buildings are going up, and in some instances coming down. Events are happening, properties are selling, apartments are rented, and homes are being purchased, and Grand Bahamians are returning home.
There were several local and international vendors at the mega event showcasing their products and services.
I think there's widespread interest in the idea of showcasing, this magnificent part of the country and letting people see what it's like to experience the ocean from the comfort and safety of a submarine.
This is something so exciting and important for Grand Bahamian businesses, and to know that the Port Authority went out, got external ideas, and brought them here to Grand Bahama.
With Carnival coming, and MSC, and Royal Caribbean, and the Weller Group, and Doctors Hospital, and O2 Development, it's like, maybe it's time now that we're going to get things moving.
All right, great news for the nation's second city. While the Royal Bahamas Police Force officers in the Northern Bahamas are better equipped in the fight against crime. This after receiving recently 15 bulletproof vests from Island Lock. Instead of blocking a bullet entirely, bulletproof vests usually absorb the impact, decreasing harm to the individual wearing it. The valuable piece of equipment can also protect an officer against blunt trauma. Security Manager at Island Lock, Derek Roberts.
These men and women are committed and dedicated. They leave their families daily, nightly to come out and protect us. And in thinking about it, they realized that in order to protect us, they had to first be protected also. And so the decision was made to give the men and women of the Grand Bahama Police Force bulletproof vests.
While the Sugar Factory hoping to raise $12,000 for the Ranfully Homes for Children this May through their Sips for Smiles initiative. The campaign features 3 12-ounce beverages, the French vanilla latte, the caramel macchiato, and the mini cookie jar milkshake. Server and associate at the Sugar Factory Bahamas, Aaron Thompson, explains.
What we're going to be doing is for each of these 3 drinks, we're going to be selling them for only $7. And for every drink that's purchased, $2 of every drink will be donated to the Ranfully Home for Children. As a globally recognized brand, we are here in the Bahamas, we are locally owned. So we are happy to not just be providing smiles with our treats and our delicious food and pastries, but we also want to be able to give back.
It's now time for tonight's Financial Market Minute, brought to you by RF, your local investment bank. This has been your Financial Market Minute. To explore the best performing mutual funds in the Bahamas, visit our website at www.rfgroup.com.
When our news comes back from the break, are you interested in teaching your little one how to swim? Well, the YMCA in Grand Bahama has a free swimming program. Our Sasha Lightborn has the full scoop straight ahead.
Coming up in sports, events are underway for the BTC World Athletics Relays, and the draw is released for the Central Basket Under-15 Women's Championship.
Plus warm temperatures in the forecast for the rest of the work week. Greg is back with your extended weather when our news continues. Stay with us.
Gateway to the Americas, on the picturesque island of Grand Bahama, a pioneering initiative is taking shape. Lucaya Solar Power Limited presents the $15 million Lucaya Solar Power Project, the first of its kind in the Bahamas' energy landscape. The state-of-the-art solar farm on the Fairfield and Devon sites spans just over 30 acres, and once completed, will harness the power of the sun to generate over 9.5 megawatts of clean, sustainable energy. The Lucaya Solar Project is a pivotal step towards diversifying the country's energy sources and significantly reducing dependency on fossil fuels. It's more than just a project. It's a commitment to a greener, more sustainable future. Lucaya Solar Power Limited, powered by Inti, powering your world, powering your future.
A whole new season of Goombay Kids is coming soon. The kids find themselves on more exciting island adventures, meeting mythical characters, pirates, and mermaids as they explore their beautiful island nation. The Goombay kids learn all about nutrition, marine life, the environment, cultures from around the world, and more, all with the help of the Goombay Kid experts, who are never more than a Goombay gadget away. Get ready to have a Goombay adventure.
If you thought season 1 was amazing,
This is our news. Welcome back. Learning how to swim is an essential tool, and a swimming committee in Grand Bahama has raised funds to start a Learn to Swim program free of charge at the YMCA. Our Sasha Lightborn shares their story.
I learned how to do backstrokes, front strokes. I learned how to backstroke, freestyle, streamline. I learned swimming, I kick, I blow bubbles. I learned how to kick, swim, backstroke, freestyle. I learned about swimming, laying on my back, going to sleep on my back, and blowing big bubbles.
Those were just some of the kids currently enrolled at the YMCA Learn How to Swim program. The program, funded by the Bernie Butler Open Water Swim Committee. Committee member Andrea Thompson speaks about the program's importance.
Through the years, we've been impacted by children drowning needlessly that have not had the ability to swim. And we as a committee have said we would like to raise funds to have these children learn to swim, as well as those children that are swimming could continue on as a sport to keep them healthy and active in today's society. We have an amazing volunteer committee that is doing this, that spearheads this. We work months to put this together.
Coach Eva is the head coach for competitive swimming at the YMCA. She gives a general overview of the program and what is taught.
The program actually takes kids from any age from 3 and over, and we bring into the different stage of the program, and we try to actually teach them how to swim, the basic skills, so they can survive to any accident. And if they want to continue the swimming as a sport, this is a great avenue. Swimming is actually a life-safe skill. It's something that I think every child, independent of what they want to do in the future, they need to learn how to swim.
The program runs 3 days a week on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Reporting for our news, I'm Sasha Lightborn.
All right, thanks so much for that, Sasha. Well, Team Bahama is gearing up for a big relay weekend, and a Bahamian performs well at a golf tournament. Here now with our sports presented by 10th year seniors is Ronaldo Dorset and John Marknott.
Thanks, Natalia, and welcome to Our Sports presented by 10th year seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Marknott. Let's do show. A busy weekend of events for the BTC World Athletics Relays Bahamas 2024 is off and running. Before the tone shifts to competition, athletes and stakeholders gathered for a welcome reception at the Queen's Staircase last night. Looking ahead to Saturday, Team Bahamas is locked in on representing the home crowd and qualifying for the Paris Olympics.
It's been a journey. It's a beautiful journey, I would say. It'll be fun. Being able to run in front of our home crowd, I'm expecting to have a big Junkanoo rush out at the stadium, so that'll give us some boost and give us some confidence.
I've been having a good indoor and outdoor season so far. NAIA national champion in 200. So I know we have a strong 4x1 team. I know we have a strong 4x1 team. We got Devin, we got Charisma, we got Camille, all these women. Devin is a 16 meter indoor national champion. So you put all those ingredients together and you got a good boil.
From experienced veterans like Stephen Gardner and Samson Colbrook to a newcomer like UB's Levine Joseph, the team is comprised of a diverse group of Bahamian talent.
Experience, because when it comes to 4x1, you need an experienced first leg. Someone who can take it out and just start off in the fire. And I'm that type of athlete. I go from the start. I go in the fire from the start and I just set it off.
It's been great to be a college student here locally and being able to make it on a national team. We've had Ken and KJ made international teams before, and I'm glad to be a part of that, to prove that, the University of the Bahamas could also produce, world-class athletes as well.
The World Relays take place May 4th to 5th at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium.
The Bahamas Basketball Federation Junior Women's Program has learned their path for the Under-15 Central Basket. The event will be hosted July 24th to 28th in David, Panama, and Team Bahamas was placed in Group B along with Puerto Rico, El Salvador, and Costa Rica. Group A includes Panama, Mexico, Nicaragua, and the Dominican Republic. In the group stage, the teams will face each other with the top two finishers advancing to the semifinals. Non-qualifiers will play for positions 5 to 8. The top 3 teams in the competition will qualify for the FIBA Under-16 Women's AmeriCup in 2025. Anton Francis will serve as the head coach for Team Bahamas and has already begun his talent search across the country.
Cameron Riley had the best finish of his pro career on the Advocates Professional Golf Association Tour. Riley finished 3rd on the tour's latest stop at the PGA Golf Club in Port St. Lucie, Florida. He shot 2 under par for a top 3 finish in the field of 54. He opened with a 73 in round 1, followed by a 69 in round 2. Over the course of the tournament, he scored an eagle, 5 birdies, and finished with 26 pars. Fellow Bahamian Devon Robinson also competed at the event and finished tied for 42nd at 11 over par. Out of Florida A&M, Riley made his APGA debut in August 2021 with a 35th place finish at the TPC Sugarloaf in Texas. That'll do it for Our Sports, presented by 10th year seniors. For John Mark Nutt, I'm Ronaldo Dorset. Back to the studio.
Still ahead on our news tonight, nice weather in the capital on this Thursday evening. Greg is back with your extended weather forecast when our news continues. Stay with us.
If you thought season 1 was amazing, then be prepared for season 2. More amazing artists, more amazing videos, and surprises you won't believe. Will Stax be the first rapper to ever hit #1? Or will Kenya continue her dominant reign? Or will someone new come and shut it all down? Stay tuned for season 2 of 242 The Gospel. This is 242 The Gospel, where we celebrate our Bahamian artists. You've been asking for more and we're here to deliver. Welcome to the second season of 242 The Gospel. Who will be #1? Let's find out.
So you said you're here for Sully's funeral? How do you know Sully?
He was my rock and my anchor.
Yeah, he was a good man.
He most certainly was not.
Watch what you say about Sully. Who is this child?
Your sisters. I'm asking you to do a few things for me. Once they are done, you will both receive your inheritance. The Paradise Hotel.
When can I sell? Is this what the hotel is really worth?
Don't take this the wrong way. It isn't really much of a hotel.
I wanna love you till I had enough. Do you want me now or later, 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 later? Listen to it all.
Welcome back to our news. Warm but overall nice weather conditions across the islands today. Greg is back in the Weather Center with your extended forecast. Greg.
Yeah, thanks again, Natalia, and welcome back everybody for a final check of weather. Much improved conditions across the chain of islands. That disturbance in the mid and upper levels that was triggering some showers across the central and southeast Bahamas now pulled towards the east and away from us. Most of the activity in the open Atlantic and just north of Hispaniola and Puerto Rico. Still have some lingering moisture across the southeast Bahamas, so we could see a couple isolated showers near the Turks and Caicos Islands as well as Inagua. Maybe even Maguana, you could see some shower activity there. High pressure along the eastern seaboard of the United States, that's going to generate some very nice tranquil conditions for us. Boating conditions improving, beaching conditions improving, so it looks good for the weekend. But those temperatures are going to take a bit of a rise. They're actually going to get into the mid-80s over the next couple of days. Another disturbance in the southeast United States, that's going to stay well away from us. We won't expect any activity from that until next week. Future forecast showing quiet conditions across our area. Dry, stable atmosphere in place. That's going to continue through to Friday and Saturday. Much the same, as this is a rinse and repeat kind of a picture. And that high will slide out towards the east eventually by the beginning of next week. Boating conditions for all areas tonight through tomorrow. We're still asking you boaters to exercise caution along the Atlantic exposures. Winds will be out of the northeast sweeps at 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet, but they will be building up to 6 feet along Atlantic exposures in some northeasterly swells. Low tide is at 9:45 tonight, with high tide taking place at 4 a.m. in the morning. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In your extended forecast, some isolated showers expected by the weekend, Saturday, as a bit of some moisture, return moisture from that high pressure and that easterly flow brings that across our area. But we're looking at some very nice conditions for the next several days, mostly sunny, a little bit on the breezy side. And as I said, those temperatures will be climbing into the mid-80s during the daytime temperatures. Temperatures at night staying in the low 70s. That's a look at that. Make it a safe night and enjoy, everybody.
All right, thanks so much, Greg, and thank you for joining us for our news tonight on behalf of the entire team. I'm Natalia Hall. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening.